So with you just getting back from the LA Auto Show, other than a bunch of rain that nobody expected, how was it? Any surprises other than that?
Oh, well, it's been chopped back to a one-day show for the press. So I got in there Wednesday night, checked into my hotel, and then Thursday morning I'm at the show all day till my bloody stumps couldn't walk anymore. And uh, the LA Convention Center is a sprawling place, and the show is always between the two halls, which are actually separated by an overpass that goes over. I think it's Pico or one of the uh, famous Los Angeles roads, and so yeah, you have to walk quite a bit between the two halls. Luckily, I didn't follow the schedule on the press conferences because generally the way they do the press conference is, okay, Chevy's doing its press conference at 8 a.m. in North Hall. Okay, Hyundai's doing its press conference at 8:30 a.m. in South Hall. And so, basically
Hmm.
you get all the cardio you need. I still must have recorded. I mean, I have to look it up, but I had to have recorded about 20,000 steps on this past Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna need one of those, pair of sneakers with the rollers on them, or just some skates to get from side to side. It sounds a lot like the old Moscone Center over in San Francisco, where you had to go underneath the road to get from the north to the south. But
Well, yeah.
if you
Except at
remember.
least there's a view this way because you're going over the road instead of in a tunnel.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, the picture you have out there looks like you ate well. I mean, are those food trucks I see all lined up
Yep.
outside?
I had food trucks. Luckily, once there was like eight of them, and if you went from each one, eventually you found one that had recognizable like eggs and hash browns and sausage on white bread.
Okay.
That way I didn't have to eat something that I couldn't pronounce or recognize.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty eclectic group that they have out there. So, I'm sure they had a great audience, pulling up for the first time with media types coming from all over the country. So
Oh
when you
yeah.
went, yeah, so when you went inside, I mean, I saw some of some of the postings that we put up on LinkedIn, and some of your man on the street, if you will, reporting. What were your biggest takeaways, from the show, other than the brevity of it, apparently, for the media?
Oh, I was going in the wrong direction. Well, one of the, of course, a big piece of news was the new Scout. I mean, the old folks will remember the International Harvester Scout, which was a sport utility that was, just a long-term player. I mean, it was out there, basically when you had the original Wagoneers, when you had the original Broncos. This was one of the first sport utilities, after, of course, the Jeeps.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember the big travel all, kind of a suburban type vehicle that International Harvester had. And, again, that was in the mid to late 60s that they debuted. So, but I remember those Scouts and those Scout, you know, commercials. One of their big deals was "Head 'em up, Scout," talking about
Nope.
what, you know, that the vehicle and its capabilities. And it lasted for a little while until IH kind of left the market.
Yeah, I mean the grueling market of emissions, safety, uh, oil embargoes eventually took their toll on well, a lot of makers. So speaking of the travel all, here is now the Scout is now the brand, and this is the Scout Traveler.
Okay, Traveler. Now that looked like it had a plug-in on the side. Was that a hybrid or was that an all EV?
The Scout is an all-electric brand, and it's owned by Volkswagen Group. In fact, it's causing a little bit of a kerfluffle if we, go
A
back to use
little bit?
a little bit of kerfluffle because so Volkswagen Group, of course, in this country distributes Volkswagen cars. They also distribute Audis, Lamborghinis, and Porsches. All of those are sold through traditional franchised, independently owned car dealerships.
Correct.
Scout has made all those dealerships mad because the Scouts will be sold through a central organization owned by Volkswagen Group. So they're not going to have traditional third-party dealerships.
So they're going to go the route that Tesla did when they first started retailing, correct?
Yep, and a lot of the other electric companies have gone this way, and that's the precedent that they're hoping to rest on. I mean, first, of course, you had Tesla, but also with independent dealerships or selling points or showrooms or whatever you call them, whatever the nomenclature is. You have Rivian, you had Lordstown, which went away. Uh, you have Polestar. You have let's see.
I've seen a few Polestars dueled with Volvo retailers, okay? But is that more or less for service points in your opinion?
Yeah, some Volvo dealerships can offer service points, but uh, the actual Polestar locations were always meant to be completely independent and factory owned.
Gotcha. Okay, so the hubbub with Volkswagen Auto Group, obviously you got franchise laws that are going to be tested in all 50 states, as this is coming to market. When are they looking to have these products available for consumers to put in an order from whatever you know, method that's going to be available?
Well, the models that we looked at were basically very, very late pre-production models, and they're due to be released as 2027 models. So, although there's no definite date, that would indicate they could be released anytime from this January 1st through, December of next year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The model year can start in January of the prior calendar year. So, yeah, I mean that would be remarkable to see some of these things, starting to hit the bricks and out on the highways, sooner than later.
If it's traditionally, launched, we would expect to see them, you know, not quite a year away,
Okay.
sometime next September, October.
What was your opinion of the late pre-production models that you described? I mean, how did the fit and the finish and I mean, they look, pretty enticing just from the photos that you've taken here. But what was your opinion, getting to really lick the paint off of these things?
I didn't have that much time. Like I said, the time constraints of only having well, way less than 24 hours at the show kept me from investigating them too deeply because I wanted to spend time with things that were not quite as far out. But the fit and the finish and the seeming quality of both the materials and the construction seem to be, pretty high up. I mean,
Good.
they look attractive, they look well put together.
Yeah, and these are going to be domestic built here in the U.S., correct?
As far as we can tell, which of course is the only thing that makes sense. I mean, that would have made sense under the uh I forget what was Biden's thing, the
Chip Act,
oh,
the CHIPS Act.
yeah. Well, yeah, it would have made sense under either the previous administration or the current one. The previous administration was only going to give tax credits for US sourced, US built electric vehicles. And of course, the tariffs that are rotating and changing, weekly or monthly, would prevent would prevent an easy way to import these. But they've been planned for quite some time to be built here.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you and it really helps out.